So our verse for today is Luke 2:8. This is what it says. It says, "Nearby, shepherds were living in the fields, guarding their sheep at night." So if there's one thing you should know about shepherds was that this was not the dream job of any Jewish boys or girls. This was not the thing that anybody wanted to be. No, at that time, like the dream job, like almost like being like the NBA player or like the rock star of this time would have been people who were teachers of the Torah, people who were teaching basically what we now know as the 5 first books of our Bible. That was the job that all little Jewish boys aspired to have. But as they grew up and as maybe how well they did in the religious classes, all those things, obviously some of them had their dreams shattered along the way and would end up just doing like whatever their family trade was or the family business. And then if you were really bad at even those things, then you might get demoted all the way down to a shepherd. Like this was bottom of the barrel. Like you kind of had to smell all the time. You were away from family a lot. You would have been ceremonially unclean. Most of the time the shepherds don't actually own the sheep. And so you're actually just kind of a hired hand to help take care of somebody else's property. But what we know is that these shepherds were kind of going to proclaim the birth of Jesus. And it's because there's some crazy thing that God does where divine revelation comes from places you don't expect. God loves to use things we don't expect to reveal himself to us. This author, Scott Erickson, has a quote that I think says it really well. This is what it says. "The giver of life hides revelation in the things we ignore because it is the work of humbling ourselves and asking to have the eyes to see and the ears to hear that truly transform our hearts." As there's always transformation in places we don't expect if we're willing to humble ourselves, to slow down and look. I think especially during this Christmas season, because of the busyness of what this season, kind of is, it's so easy for us to kind of just go like, hey, I got to make it to the 25th. I got to make it to whatever Christmas day we're celebrating on, and then I can relax. But I'm here to tell you that even today, if we can take the time to humble ourselves, to slow down, to actually see who is around us, to experience the life around us, that God has transformation for us even today. Maybe in the quietness of your house, maybe in the comments or the conversation with a family member or a friend. Maybe it's someone that you don't even know that you're going to pass by in a store today. There's transformation all around us if we're willing to slow down, to humble ourselves, to look.